Hi guys, thank you for checking out my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Devonna and I talk about true crime. Today we are going to discuss the case of 3-year-old Mariah K. Woods, who was killed by her mother's live-in boyfriend in Onslow County, North Carolina back in 2017. A couple months ago, I released a video of the 911 call around this case of where the father tried to claim innocent and act like he had no idea what was going on. Today we are going to dive into the gruesome details of the case. I'm going to start by telling you about the timeline of this case. Well, at least the timeline that the live-in boyfriend said was accurate at the time of the call, so what they were initially going off of. And then we will move on to discussing the autopsy, and I will add any additional information in the case then. Onslow County, North Carolina, November 26, 2017. Earl Kimmery had claimed to have just come home from vacation with his girlfriend and her 2 children whenever they put everyone to bed at around 8:30 that evening, as he claimed they did every night. A few hours later, at around 11 p.m., the mother claimed to see Mariah asleep in her bed. November 27, 2017 at midnight, Earl Kimmery claimed to see Mariah get up out of bed and he told her to go back to bed. And then from there, he said that he left the house and he left the door unlocked for reasons unknown. Also, if you do not know what video I am talking about or you have not seen it yet, I will link that 911 call right here. At about 6:30 the morning of November 27th, Earl Kimmery called 911 and reported Mariah Woods missing. He claimed that she had just vanished and nobody knew what happened to her. Little did the police know at the time that he knew exactly what happened to her. And this is whenever they issued the Amber Alert. On November 28th, this is whenever the FBI decides to join the search, and then they hold a press conference discussing the matter. Also, Marines from a nearby camp that they call Camp Leguine, I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but they decided to join the search as well. Wood's biological father raised serious doubts and concerns about this case, saying that he didn't buy it for a second. November 29th, officials came forward and said that they were actively searching a body of water. They also released some photos of a young girl pictured in Walmart that they thought was Mariah Woods, but come to find out, that wasn't her at all. Then on December 1st, 2017, Earl Kimmery was arrested in connection with the disappearance of Mariah Woods. Authorities also stated that they had reason to believe at this time that Mariah was no longer alive, even though her body had not yet been recovered. Kimmery was positively identified as the live-in boyfriend of Mariah Woods' mother. He was then held on a $1 million bond for concealing a death and obstruction of justice. The day after Kimmery was arrested, so on December 2nd, 2017, they found the body of Mariah K. Woods in a creek about 25 miles away from the family home. And as sad as it is, court documents released at this time that Mariah Woods may have been by Earl Kimmery. Then on December 6, 2017, they positively identified the young body from the water as Mariah Woods. So now we're going to talk about the autopsy, and I'll warn you, as you probably imagined, it's not the prettiest thing to listen to. According to the autopsy report, Mariah Woods' body was wrapped in 3 white trash bags with the ties tied around her neck. She was then stuffed in a plaid couch cushion cover, and then there was a piece of cement, like from a parking curb, placed into the bag with her, along with several stones and rocks, presumably to try to weigh her down. She had suffered traumatic injuries to her face and her head, including abrasions over her left upper eyelid, over her nose, and beneath her chin. There was a faint purple bruise adjacent to the left eye, and 2 hemorrhages on her scalp were also detected. The official cause of death was chloroform poisoning, which that's not really heard of. I don't think I've heard of that as a cause of death before. Earl Kimmery has since been charged with first-degree murder and felony child abuse. So now that we know some of the base information in the timeline of this case, let's start discussing the other factors that are really important to know. So what really stood out to me in this case is, if you watched the 911 call, Kimmery had mentioned that Mariah had muscular dystrophy, which she had to have braces on her legs to be able to walk, to physically be able to move and walk. So let me ask you this. How did she get up out of her room whenever he told her to go back to bed that night? Or how would she have just wandered out of the unlocked door like he claimed that she did? She physically could not move her body like that without the help of her braces, and her braces were recovered at home. I have seen multiple things going back and forth whether or not Mariah Woods was actually by the boyfriend or not. I can't confirm that for you either way. I just can't. I wish I could, because that is some information that I would like to know, because it's just horrible. But yeah, the courts released that they had reason to believe that she was, but I didn't see it any confirmed anywhere in any of the autopsies or anything actually released by the county. It was just speculation. And now, as far as the trial goes, we don't have much information there either. So if you watch a lot of true crime, then I'm sure that you've seen that several trials have been pushed back due to the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Well, this case is no different. It's been pushed back 2, maybe 3 times. And their last update on the case was that, yes, they were seeking the death penalty for this man, which is well deserved in my opinion. Their last update is that his trial would be held in fall of 2022. Well, we're technically in fall of 2022 right now, and I have yet to hear anything about the trials. I looked and I searched, and I can't find anything about it. So if the trial has been held, if you will please let me know about that and where I can find the information, because I really would like to know how it went. This man deserves to go to prison for the rest of his life, if not worse. And Mariah Woods, she deserves so much more than what she was given. She really did. So as far as I can tell, information released as of this moment, but maybe after the trial there will be more information, and if so, I will definitely come back here and do another update on that. Anyway guys, thanks for coming and checking out this video. I'll see y'all next time. Good night.